Recording? Recording? Okay. Syncing. Everything. You add an extra hour to this video. God.
I was thinking about just holding it until Chris went and just being like,
You can go, Chris. You're next. All right. Hey guys, what is up? CGDannyB back again with another episode of Pokemon Gotta Watch 'Em All, the podcast where we watch every single Pokemon movie. We talk about the things we love, the things we hate, the things we absolutely adore, and the things that we just are haunted about in our dreams.
Digimon tamers.
Exactly, Digimon tamers. And then we put them in a podcast and we rank them. Today, Dante's still dead, but I have his notes, so he's alive.
Jesus,
But
he's
like,
getting divorced and then now he's dead.
listen, he's got a tough life, dude.
Dante's like,
Tough.
he's hardcore.
Tough, man. But he'll be back. We'll figure it out. But the living ones I have with me, I have Kanai himself. I've got Chris Salfer. And I've got Mr. Jonathan. Thank you guys so much for
John,
joining
say
me.
something. God damn it.
Oh, man. But yeah, so last week we watched Keldeo, or Kiram and versus the Sword of Justice. That was, it was a movie. But this week, we are watching Pokemon Genesect and the Legend Awakened. Now, I think what I'll do is before we do impressions, I'm gonna read through the synopsis as listed on the Pokemon website underneath the movie.
They got some things wrong with Keldeo, so I'm excited to hear this one.
Here we go. The synopsis. When big trouble threatens the big city, it's up to Ash, Pikachu, and their friends to stop it. A vast Pokemon in... Yeah, okay.
Vast Pokemon habitat.
I see here, okay, yep. A vast Pokemon habitat amid the hustle and bustle of the big city seems like the perfect new home for a group of 5 Genesect. The arrival of these mythical Pokemon quickly becomes a problem, though their nests threaten the city's power supply, and they keep attacking anything who approaches it. I scrolled fucking 10 pages away. On top of that, they have attracted the attention of the legendary Pokemon Mewtwo, who sympathizes with them because of its own origins, also involving human tampering. The group's leader, known as Red Genesect, doesn't trust Mewtwo, and their confrontation quickly rages out of control. Can Ash and friends stop these 2 powerful Pokemon before they destroy the city? The world may never know. Alright, I'm interested to hear this one. So,
Yeah.
What'd you think of Genesect?
I think that this movie has really cool scenes that don't let any of the things that they forced the inclusion of, like Mewtwo, it never shines.
Okay.
It shows, it's like, I'm Mega Mewtwo, why? Obviously not in that voice, it's like, I'm Mega Mewtwo, why? And then it shows up to block a shot, and then it does half of a seismic toss. And that's all it ever does.
So you're mad about Mewtwo?
I'm not necessarily. I also, like, until you read that, I was like, oh, okay, I guess that makes sense for the plot. But until you read that, I was like, why? Why are they here? Why that place?
Yeah.
This is also another movie where Ash just didn't need to be there.
Yeah.
Ash almost contributes nothing, and the Pokemon of the habitat contribute more than Ash.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
Fraligator is basically Ash.
Yeah.
Fraligator's like, Ash is like, man, we should do something. Fraligator's like, I'm already on it. Get the fuck out of my... And like, that's Fraligator the whole movie.
Fraligator is our hyper beam.
Yeah, he is. Well, fire, flamethrower? I don't know. It looks more like fire. Yeah.
So Danny,
Yeah, what's up,
I have
Chris?
a question.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with Genesect at all in the games?
Oh, yeah.
I love
Do you know how many drives he has?
I thought it was like Arceus plates.
Oh, is it not?
Mm-mm.
No, I thought it was on first type.
He's got
4.
Yep.
Electric,
Oh,
ice,
no.
water, and then fire. So you want to tell me what the fuck that 5th one was about?
Fairy!
I was like, oh, that's dark.
And also, I just want to point it out. Houndoom is the true villain of this film because motherfucker could have ended this at any point in time, but chose Dark Pulse, or
They're all steel bugs.
Dark Ball.
But
They're stealing, yeah.
Steel Bug, he can
I
spit flames.
understand.
He's got a whole
I would
mixtape
say true
dedicated
villain.
to it. Most he did was just go,
makes him
dark. Like,
He was just trying to protect his baby Houndour.
with dark?
Yeah.
Not fire?
Yeah. You work with what you know, dog.
So, no, you think that's bad. Imagine the animator who did that and everybody's like, bro, that's a good idea. The director of the film's like, fire. Let's just start.
John, what did you think?
I actually didn't write anything positive. I tried.
Jesus Christ.
I tried. I knew you. What? Hold on. I knew you guys were going to bring up animation, all that kind of stuff. So I only wrote things that I figured nobody was gonna bring up. The positive wise, apart from like, I love Genesect. Genesect's my favorite Pokemon from Part 5.
6 talking Pokemon.
Gen 5. I don't like the way he was used here.
Genesect?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I wish that the plot was completely different. I don't know if you
You're
ever
referring to Red Genesect or
Yeah.
just Genesect?
Red Genesect and all that. I don't know if you ever heard the theory of Genesect's just a couple tops that scientists.
Yes.
Okay. I would
That's
rather.
what I said when
I
we were
would.
watching it.
I would rather have that plot, that been the plot of the story, and like Genesect's like just rehash Mewtwo, but with Genesect and couple tops. I would have been fucking okay with that rather than this. But I did write 6 Pokemon talking, one more in the last movie. Mewtwo's never really explained. It said Mew 3. It said a group of scientists that, without communicating with Team Rocket, creating a Mewtwo exactly the same
true.
fucking way. It looks exactly the same, even though they have completely different data.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but if all of us make a meatloaf, it's probably not going to look the same.
Sure.
I just want to say, you got to keep the DNA splicer energy for the Mega Mewtwo. You know what else you got to keep? It should have been a special bullshit, because these guys were in the anime. The Genesect army, all 5 with a red leader in the anime.
You also have, of course,
Keep that energy.
This is and this is my biggest point is they always use Mewtwo and Charizard
Yes.
for marketing, and I'm
Yeah.
okay with it, right? This one time I feel like they did it wrong. They have over 6 Pokemon to work with, right? The whole
5
point,
of them are Genesect.
the whole point of this movie was to introduce Mega Evolution, right? They didn't have to use Mewtwo. This is the one movie where they could have used Charizard. This
Yeah.
is the one movie
Fire type.
where
Your body don't.
they could
What a
not
stoppable
only
movie.
not only could they use Charizard, they could have used Lucario.
Quite effective.
They could have used
Yeah.
Blaziken. They could have
Murdered
used Alakazam, Ampharos, or even Gengar, who never has had the spotlight. Gengar's the one Pokemon who no gym leader had.
Journeys.
That came out way later. No gym leader.
Doesn't Monty
No.
have a...
What's
yeah.
up?
Monty, he's got a G-Max Gengar
Yeah.
in Sword and Shield, Stone Side.
I'm thinking Morty,
Yeah.
Gen 2.
Yeah, because that's like the only time we really
So-
see Gengar.
You know how
Agatha.
in the anime.
Yeah, hurts, yeah.
You know how in the
Elite
anime.
Elite Four's a weird thing in the anime, though. It's
yeah.
like, maybe.
You know how in the anime you get episodes that are like Sabo and the shiny apple, and you know the episodes about Sabo and the shiny apple. Gengar never had an episode until Pokemon Journeys when Ash just caught one. Now he's finally getting
But
the
the one where
spotlight.
Ash was hit by a chandelier. The
And fucking died.
Even
then
in
he
the
gets Hunter,
episode,
yeah. What
even
about-
in the episode with Sabrina, it was Hunter, right? So after many years of Gengar getting love from the fans and Pokemon shitting on it, this would have been the nice movie to have it.
Am I hallucinating an episode of Pokemon from the original series where Ash goes to like a house where a woman's waiting for her husband to go home, and it's like a Gengar and Ash, or Ghastly
That's
and
the
a
Sabrina.
Haunter?
That's the Sabrina episode.
Oh.
So
Okay.
there's a I know which one you're referring to.
Yeah.
So I think it's before Sabrina.
They're at like a party.
It's a mystical woman on
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
It's Ghastly.
Yeah.
Who's making everybody's.
Yep.
And then the Venus Toys. The
Venus
You don't remember that?
The fusion.
So as they go to fight, they're just like, oh, I'm gonna give you all your nightmares. Charmander, I choose you. Fire extinguisher. It's like, all right, Squirtle and Bulbasaur. Oh, you know what scare them? A fusion of their final evolutions. And then he smacks together.
And you know what Ash
a
does?
bipedal
You know what Ash
Venusaur.
does?
Oh,
It's
no.
like Venus Toys.
Oh no.
Ash goes. He puts out the fucking exit. This does the same shit. But yeah, they could have used any of the other megas. I think
Yeah.
Blaziken would have been Lucario. They love using Lucario, Alakazam, Charizard, Ampharos, even Gengar. I think any of those guys. Yes. I love that thing. Yeah. I think that not using Mewtwo would have been the right choice, and using any of the other ones, because the whole point of Mega Evolution is showing how strong Pokemon become
Yeah.
by using a Pokemon that's well known to be strong already. Then, because there's a difference between if you use Blaziken or some Lucario, right? Lucario is strong, but he's not legendary Pokemon strong
Sure.
or mythical Pokemon strong. But Mega Evolution would have shown like, holy shit, he's this strong. And I think that using Mewtwo was not the right choice. I think even Charizard would have been the better choice.
I think Charizard would have been substantially better,
Yeah.
especially keeping Ash a part of it with his bond with
Yeah.
Charizard. Like they could have used that as like the main focal point as to why Genesect is like, hey, we can coexist and we can be friends because we can attain this.
Yeah, and I think that would have been way better.
Would've made
I
sense
normally
better.
don't. I love Charizard, but I hate the way Pokemon's like. He's the only Pokemon that exists.
Yeah.
I hate that, but I think this is the movie that they could have used. And like you said, Ash didn't play a good role.
He did not.
In this, having Charizard could have changed that.
Yeah.
So I'm am always in the camp of, please list me every possible option before we pick Charizard and Mewtwo.
Yeah.
Like I want to see if there's any other thing I'm like that is gonna work. I would rather pick that. So like when you're like Gengar, what Ampharos, anything,
Yeah.
I would 10 times out of 10 want to pick them before I pick Charizard again.
Yeah.
And again, I feel like I've made a persona of me hating Charizard more than I actually do.
Now, keep in
I'm
mind,
just
though-
tired of seeing his fucking face.
Now keep in mind, prior to this, he wasn't used as much.
Sure.
This is when you get the oversaturation.
This is right before we get Megas and G-Max and everything, so
Then
it's
the
still...
movie.
He gets 2 of each.
Yeah.
the movies.
Well, yeah, 2 G-Max.
2 G-Maxes.
Yeah.
Or not G-Maxes, 2 Megas.
2 Megas, yeah.
But this from here forward, it's when Charizard starts becoming like Leon's Pokemon.
Yeah.
Detective Pikachu, he's still a big baddie in that cage. 2 Megas, all these
Yeah.
things. I think that
Gen 1 sticker to slap on everything
Yeah.
for our Gen 1.
I honestly don't think Mewtwo was needed. There's nothing that Mewtwo can do that an Alakazam, because he can go Mega,
Sure.
couldn't do. There's nothing that Gengar, basically there's nothing Mewtwo could do that none of these other ones that I named. The only reason I named some of the other ones is because it would have been nice to not use a legendary, because
Yeah.
then you can say Mega Evolution is really strong, that it can keep up with these Genesects. I think that's
Okay.
Yeah, so
So yeah, Chris, you had a
because-
reaction to something.
Because Danny he was on the train of list me every possibility before Charizard. I was like, because like Gen 6, I hear it's my favorite generation,
Yeah.
hands down. So obviously we know Charizard has 2 forms. I know one Danny would have loved to see is Mega Aggron. That
Every
one would
day.
have been.
Mega
So my
Houndoom.
list-
Every single
But,
fucking day of my life.
then there was the only other 2 fire Pokemon that got Mega Evolution was a Mega Blaziken, and wouldn't you fucking know, Mega Houndoom.
But then he could. Well, hold on.
he
Is
could
he-
have
Which I think both
Hold
of
on.
those were Oris, were they not?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is it
No.
Houndoom Oris?
No,
Not
they're,
Blaze?
they're X and Y. Because,
Okay.
because Blaziken was a
That's
special
right.
at the very beginning,
You're
it was
right.
a limited time.
And then they gave him the Swamp
And,
Receptor.
and then Houndoom was always in the game, you don't get it until post-game.
Okay.
So, like,
Okay,
like they
no,
could have
you're
had, like, a trainer and the electrical with a Houndoom, and then, like, while the Houndoom's just chilling, and it's not able to keep up with them for whatever fucking reason, hey, Mega Evolution, here's this
Sure.
awesome fire dog. Have you seen what it looks like?
Yeah, of course.
It looks beautiful.
It's a hellhound.
I love that dog.
They also could have had the park ranger guy.
Eric.
Yeah, they could have had him have like a bracelet
Yeah.
with a Mega,
Eric
and they could have
didn't
been
do
like Mega Caesar.
Because-
Also,
Eric
there's
didn't
there's
do
I don't know if
this.
you guys watched the anime for Gen 6, but Bonnie and
Clyde.
Clement's dad has a Blaziken. He's basically a superhero.
Yeah.
And his Blaziken, it's Mega
Spoilers.
all the time, by the way. He's like a Mega all the time. This motherfucker
Super
doesn't
weird.
run out of, super rip. Doesn't run out of energy. He's a Mega all the time. This is where you put him. That you create such a badass
That
character.
Probably would have worked, yeah.
This would have been the movie, so that when we watch the anime, we're like, Clement and Bonnie's dad's a fucking badass.
If they really want to take it to the next level, you want to know who's in the end credits of this movie?
Cynthia.
I struggled against her with my Regigigas.
Yeah.
Fucking
Regigigas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cynthia's in
you're
here. Mega Garchomp.
Nah, that's never gonna happen.
She could have been visiting the
So,
big city.
the Pokemon that I listed were Pokemon that Pokemon likes to use, like
Yeah.
marketable Pokemon. That's why I didn't go through the
Right,
whole list, because
yeah.
I saw Blastoise and Venusaur, and I was like, Blastoise and Venusaur are not going to get picked over Charizard. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
the marketing team will never do that. So
Venusaur.
I picked
Venus
Gengar.
twice, pick them both.
I picked-
Just as powerful.
I picked
Mega
Gengar because
Venusaur.
lately the games have been a little bit giving him love. I mean, he got his Mega. No, he didn't get a Mega. He got a G-Max.
Who was that?
Charizard.
Gengar.
Gengar. got
Gengar
both.
both.
Yeah.
They just look the same.
What's the? Oh, it's, okay. That's
One-
fine.
They're
one's
very
a
similar.
giant
So
mouth.
he's been
Big
getting that's
blorbs
right.
in the ground, yeah.
So he's been getting a lot more love. That's why I put him there. But I put Pokemon that like are marketable and that they recently have started using. And I was like, any of these would have worked. I mean, honestly, if I'm being honest, any of these would have worked.
Yeah.
Even if you didn't want to go the weakness route, you could use Scizor, which is the same fucking typing.
Steel Bug.
You could have gone the route of
Heracross,
Mawile as
Pinsir.
well. I just think that Mewtwo's not the right choice.
Sure.
Yeah.
I like that so far. The whole movie, the whole conversation's been like, why Mewtwo? I agree. I don't think Mewtwo made or was the make or break thing for this movie. I do not have as negative as interaction as you. Coming off of Keldeo, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. And I remember watching it because I think growing up I was like, this movie's kind of bad. And watching it now, I'm like, I enjoyed that. I
It
enjoyed
was
my time
better
with
than I
Genesect.
thought it'd be.
Right. It's not like the bottom of the barrel.
So for me, I had the opposite reaction when I watched it. I was hyped because Genesect being one of my favorites. And watching it, I was like...
See, this movie made me enjoy Genesect more. And I think I enjoyed their use of CG.
Yeah.
Because it is far superior than the things we've seen before. Where they've really figured out cell shading of like, hey, we need to make this thing look 3D, and that's going to be a lot of work to draw hand. But if we put the right lighting, the right shading on it, we're going to turn this 2D character into a 3D jet and have it fly around, and it looks really good. I think it looks amazing. I think Genesect 5 did feel like overkill.
Yeah.
Because I was calling, so our main Genesect, our hero Genesect, I was calling Baby Genesect.
I want to go home.
And then I was calling, Shiny Genesect or Red.
Red Genesect.
And then the rest are just other Genesect.
Yeah.
Russian.
Destroy them.
But even then, like, I feel like unless you pay attention, like, all right, he's got this drive, she got this, like, to note, I can only think of one moment throughout, like, the majority of the movie where they spoke. Like, after Red Genesect was fighting Mewtwo, Baby Genesect was KO'd for, like, the 4th time. And then they're like, fight me! And they start fighting all the Pokemon in the
They say
hills.
destroy them a lot.
Yeah.
They say destroy them, fight.
So here's 2 things that that dropped the rating for me for this movie. I love the fight scenes, but one of the things I hate is, have any of you guys, probably have watched Star Wars.
Yeah.
Okay.
Never heard of it.
There's one thing I hate in Star Wars, and it's whenever you have the chase scenes in the planes. Those scenes are always way longer than they need to be for me. I don't enjoy ship battle.
Normally, yeah.
Yeah, and
Don't
they
either.
did this a lot in this movie. I hate it. I hate that. I like the battles until they went into the
Interesting.
and chasing each other.
I enjoyed it in the same way I enjoyed, not to the same level, but in the same way I enjoyed Deoxys versus Rayquaza,
Yeah.
and then fighting around the city. This one felt way more violent. Watching, I think it is Genesect who blows Mewtwo into a building
Yeah.
and just leaves a crater, which realistically probably would have shattered through the wall. But like, in that moment, I'm like, shit, people are in their rooms, like tucking their kids in, and then, bam, my feet is slapped against my window, and I liked they did not do really any job of explaining the Mega Evolution other
Nope.
than Mewtwo like
Is
flying into
stronger.
space. I need to go plus ultra, or however she decided to define it, and then transformed and flew further, and then passed out and fell.
I don't even think she.
But-
Are you talking about the intro scene?
When she's flying with all like the bird starters,
Yeah,
where
so
she flies into space.
She goes, I bet, she's like, wow, you guys are fast, let's see if you can keep up. And she transforms then, and then like
yeah.
goes up. And then she like starts icing over, and she's like, I can't survive here.
Yeah.
And
Why
then
didn't they
transforms
use
back.
Mewtwo X?
Because
Which is the cooler one, and it's a physical one.
I don't know why.
It's the same question. I'm sorry, Danny.
I just don't know why it gets the attention.
It's
that
Yeah.
the same question I have for
Charizard.
like Smash Brothers. Like they had the perfect opportunity to have Mewtwo X come in and throw hands.
Yeah.
Why do we just get a Mind Blast and then wipe? Like I don't know.
There's a
why.
simple answer to that, and I think it's because Pokemon likes to market cute petite things, and
Like Charizard.
yeah. And selling that Mewtwo being small, a kid's gonna see that, he's gonna want it. The other Mewtwo's like bulky, and
Sure.
he has like the chest stuff and the arm stuff. I think that's the only thing
He's
that
still,
makes
he's
sense.
not a fighting type, is he?
He is.
Yes,
He
yes,
is
psychic
psychic
fighting,
fighting,
yeah.
yeah.
I thought so.
I go, he's fucking brutal too. Like I would have loved for Genesect to come in.
Is he in
Mewtwo
any
goes
media?
into
No.
no.
That would be so fucking cool. If he was in any show, movie, short.
Yeah, he's not like
that'd
in
be so
anything.
fucking
Does
cool.
the,
What a
and does
missed
he Mega
opportunity.
in Pokken?
Dark Mewtwo's in Pokken, I think.
Yeah.
But you have regular Mewtwo as well, right?
You do have regular Mewtwo.
Yeah. I have the game. I just never
when
played
he
with
does his ult, normally if they have a Mega Evolution, they normally transform. Because I know Sceptile, Blaziken,
Yeah,
Gengar, Charizard, and Blastoise does it.
him. I'm a champ.
With his
Machamp
ring.
goes KO
I
Ken.
love him.
Because I would have loved a scene of Genesect coming in and Mewtwo just. And I think that would have been amazing.
Because
Yeah.
like the movie
They use
previous,
X in Pokken.
because
Okay.
You're correct,
the movie prior to this,
For both, you
if
can
they did it
choose.
with Kyurem to give the Reshiram and Zekrom, and he just willy nilly go between both,
Just do it
why
for-
not do it with Mewtwo?
Yeah, 100%. I think I'm okay with they would have kept Mewtwo if he would have gone back and forth.
And I mean, like even if that was like the reveal at the end, where like if Mewtwo's like, I have to get stronger, and that's the like keep that same thought process, but have them do like a clash where it's like this form's not enough. Let me use the other one, and then immediately you're like, wait 1 minute, wait a minute, hold up, and then it was just like caught up on the punches. Like that would have been cool.
Yeah, I think they needed to clarify Megas a little bit more, and I guess this was a wild entity of like. We as humans don't understand what Mewtwo's doing, and maybe Mewtwo doesn't even understand. She just knows I get stronger when I look like this. But I think the biggest issue, and this is where I kind of wish I could see it as a kid who hadn't seen Mewtwo the first movie, like seeing Mewtwo for the first time.
So I saw,
and what
I
it
did
does.
that. The person that I watched this movie with has never watched Mewtwo.
Okay.
They're Gen Z. They're Gen Z, and when I was watching it with them. They never seen the first. This is their first time being. They know who Mewtwo is because of the game.
Being exposed to the character.
Yeah. And they hated it.
Okay.
Yeah, they did not like it. She said the Pokemon felt weak. I kept telling her how he's not. He's like pretty strong and hella cool.
Mm-hmm. That was.
She didn't get that from watching this.
Yeah.
She didn't get that he was a badass or that she's a badass. He didn't get that he's strong. I told her about how like in the first movie like he started a storm and he can pick up a Pokemon and fucking yeet him, and she didn't get any of that from this movie. And she's only Gen 5 was where she started playing Pokemon, and this is all she's like seen. So like this is just one person. I'm sure everybody's different, but for her, I overhyped Mewtwo because we know what Mewtwo is, and my overhypeness did not even help. It was just, she said Mewtwo was underwhelming, and she said it's cute. The voice was cute.
I think it's a big part of, like I said, the way they use it, because it transforms, blocks a beam from 5 of them, and it does that like 3 times. And then even when it's fighting Genesect, all it because it's just fighting the red one, all it does is clash every single time. And then it grabs it by its little backpack thing, does half a seismic toss, and then goes, look, sun, friends, yes, grab, fall back.
We made the joke watching that like I was like, where's Rayquaza?
Yeah.
He just flew straight through his atmosphere, just
he
fucking
was in
driving
the
by.
tundra watching the Celio. He's busy.
I was waiting
He's just
for them
like,
to be like,
they're
we're
going,
friends
they're
now.
really up there.
Close up hyper beam, like
The whole time I was just wanting, and this is because I watch a lot of One Punch Man, I was wanting one of the Genesects to grab Mewtwo by its little fucking, when he Mega Evolves, the little bottle cap opener, and just to the ground. I wanted that so bad. I don't know why that wasn't a thing.
Sure.
because they don't have hands.
Just like they're pinchers.
Yeah, they have the little like toe.
I will say this, like I said, I did like the battles a lot, Danny.
Yes.
You said you liked it. I liked it, but I just don't like the chase scenes. That's something that like I hate in Star Wars. I hate in like any action movie where 2 cars are being chased. Those scenes are always way longer than they need to be.
I think I like it more when it's a character, not a ship. When I'm watching 2 big metal birds fly at each other, I could care less.
Yeah.
When I'm watching 2 entities that if they hit the wall, it's probably gonna hurt.
I'm okay with,
And like seeing more develop, because the whole thing is Genesect like, Jesus Christ, you've been fucking with me this entire movie. Please go the fuck away so I can take this place and have a home. And like, he's real fucking fed up with it. He's like, if I can kill you now, nothing can stop me. There's no one getting in my way except for the other bitch Genesect that's like, please don't fucking tell me what to do.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, every fire type is just like, let me just not shoot fire. Shit.
Like I said, I enjoyed Genesect in this movie. This movie made me appreciate Genesect more, which is funny because like 2 weeks prior in Xenoverse, the playthrough, I had to catch Genesect. I'm like, I fucking hate you. You're the fucking worst. Stay in the fucking Pokeball. It SD'd like 17 fucking times, and I wanted to die.
He's a fast boy.
Yeah, but I really, really enjoyed a good portion of this movie. I agree, Ash and the gang. Really not. I think they stand a bigger purpose than they do in Keldeo, but not by a far margin.
So the movie did what it's supposed to, though, because you're supposed to like Genesect. The whole point of these movies is to market whatever Pokemon. Because for me, I like Genesect because of the card game, because I had a grass deck, and he was really broken. So
He's a bug.
And he was a grass type in the card game, and that's why I ended up liking Genesect, and that transferred into the video games and the other medias. But the movie, the whole point is, hey, let's market these Pokemon. I think that when it comes to Genesect, they nailed it. When it came to Mewtwo, they did it.
It was cool. again, it's one of those things where they are even in the anime. That exact team, the team of 4 and Red Genesect. And I was like, why couldn't this have just been like a focused on them special?
So we can agree the last movie should have been specials.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I mean, like Ash and the gang, like with the story they presented, didn't need to be there. But they could have told, like going back to like the whole Charizard, but by branching off with that, another way that they could have been useful was if it was the the Mewtwo that he interacted with in the first. That would have been a cool callback to the history of the show. But they could have done a thing where it's like, Mewtwo, if you're here, something's up. Like, what can we do to help you? And then it's that Mewtwo playing off of that history that they have, and like maybe Genesect is having a moment where he's pinned down. And Mewtwo's about to happen, but then we see like other Mega Evolution Pokemon stand up to step in. One, Mega Feraligatr would have been majorly deserved, and I would have loved to see.
Chris
that.
is like, I want to see the made-up evolutions we don't have.
Exactly.
Make this movie better.
But like
when
they,
Mega Suicune
like they
jumped
could
across the water.
like they
Mega
could
Flygon.
have done like something like that, because like it's like the thing that I personally get annoyed with is when like any form of media has like a big history and they don't acknowledge it, because it's like Gen 4, those 3 movies worked together in tandem, and that's why they were good. They were strong together. But then this one had all of that potential and just completely ignored it.
Yeah.
I remember now why they didn't use the original Mewtwo. I wrote in my notes and like, what the fuck does
Had to
this
find it, yeah.
Yeah, I was
Dan
like, what the
Green
fuck
died.
does this mean?
I miss Dan Green Mewtwo. It
Just give me you talking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I found the article, but I wrote a note and I'm like, I don't know what
Sure.
the fuck this means.
Yeah. I mean, for the most part, this has a much bigger cast of Pokemon, which is very nice.
It does.
You're not watching 2 Pokemon do the same thing all movie.
I just don't know. Are they the trainers? I think a lot of them are from the park, aren't they?
All of them are from Pokemon Hills, for the most part, other than those that belong to Ash. and the
Pikachu,
crew. Yeah.
Oshawott.
Yeah, those are Ash and them, but...
Okay,
Axew.
so the reason they couldn't use the original Mewtwo is because the writer who made the original first Pokemon movie passed away, right, a while back. And his estate, so basically his company, still owns the rights to that Mewtwo, which is why it can't. He also wrote the special, and then he was brought back to write one of the movies. I can't remember what it was. They can't use that. That Mewtwo's not their property, essentially, for movie purposes only. So he owns his estate owns Mewtwo until God knows when. It's kind of like the whole. I don't know if you guys came out with the Kadabra thing, or the Alakazam thing. There's this magician who uses spoons for magic tricks.
Oh, okay.
And he basically, his name's Alakazam. Well, his nickname is Alakazam, and he thought Nintendo ripped off of him.
Yeah.
And there's the reason we don't have any Alakazam Pokemon cards, or Kadabra. Sorry, not Alakazam. We don't have any Kadabra Alakazam cards
like
that
that
are
one original...
new. So he recently allowed Nintendo. He was very small. Like, yeah, I'm gonna allow Nintendo to use my name. And now, obviously, the newest print, they just print out like 100 of these fucking Kadabras, because for years they didn't have them. It's the same thing here. So this guy wrote Mewtwo, he owns it, and then his estate doesn't want to give it up, and that's why they have to use a different Mewtwo. So whenever they use a Mewtwo, they can't use the lore of the Mewtwo that he.
Right.
Yeah.
Which it's unfortunate.
It's the Marvel thing.
Well, he
It's-
wrote that one.
It's the Marvel thing of like selling your rights and then
Yeah.
wanting to use it, and the people are like, "Fuck you, I make no money." So
Yeah,
it makes
sucks
sense.
seeing this at the time it came out versus what Marvel is now, because I'd be like, you could have figured that the fuck out.
I mean, it took Marvel over 20 years. to
Sure,
do it.
100%, yeah.
And they're still having trouble because with Sony, I mean, they get Spider-Man, but they make no money from it. So
Listen, Sony,
get your shit.
fuck it, do it right.
Dude, Sony's making
Fucking
millions.
fuck.
Sony's
Fucking
making
fuck,
millions of dollars,
Fucking
and Marvel's making none from Spider-Man. So,
Yeah, happens.
but Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon.
But yeah. It
Go ahead, yeah.
so then like there's like that played off history, and I think it was just like the way Mewtwo was like the whole time was just like, they're like me, they don't belong to this world.
They do though.
Like it's
But I
like
think-
you can live in tandem with things and you can coexist. You just gotta find the happy medium.
So that argument never sits with me, the whole artificial Pokemon, because we have polygons.
Yeah,
And
I said that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
polygons exist in the world. Also, polygon's not the only one. There's other Pokemon like Rotoms, and these Pokemon who are like Rotom's not artificial, but the way we interact with them, they're not. A Rotom Dex is not an actual like normal Rotom, right? So like same thing with the Mower and all these things. We have a lot of like man-made Pokemon or Pokemon that evolved the way they are because of humans. So the idea of like we're different and we don't fit in it's never a good theme for Pokemon, especially when you had a whole movie based on a Pokemon that was cloned and the message was that we are all the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the way they tried to tell that story, I think, was as close as a reference to the original as we could get.
Yeah.
To be like
Without getting sick.
the same oith, the same whole 9 yards.
There we go. That one's in there.
I actually used that one like purposefully.
Yeah.
But I think starting it out, Mewtwo's very much like, look, I get it. You guys don't know what you're doing. Like you're lost. You just woke up after umpteen trillion years. You need to figure it out. Let
The
me help
world
you.
is new.
And then he goes, enemy.
Yeah, and then Red Genesect is just like, look, all we know is that if you're not us, you're against us. Like if you're not one of us 5, we need to get you out of our way so we can be happy. So the conflict comes from the Genesects, I don't like ignorance, because I feel like that's more negative than it's just they've been hidden from any kind of knowledge that they would actually need to survive in this future that they're in now. Like they're 5 steel bug Captain Americas right now, being like, I don't know what's happening. Except they have big lasers on their back. But I think
That's
like
their shield.
Baby Genesect is the best of like, I'm so confused. and
Guys,
I'm
if you
so
haven't seen
lost.
this movie, it's not a baby Genesect.
It is smaller.
Yeah, but it's not a baby
It is
Genesect.
physically like
I'm
half
gonna-
the size.
I'm gonna call it Baby Genesect because it's the whiny like I want to go home. I don't want to be here. But yes, it is an adult Genesect, but I'm gonna call it for differentiation. I'm gonna call it Baby
Just
Genesect.
call it white Genesect.
No, it's not white.
It's water Genesect.
Wait,
It's Baby Genesect.
which I do like how they use the water, like when Genesect raises up, and then like it gives out like that heartfelt like message, and then all the other Pokemon are like, shit, I don't think we should be doing this, and then they use the water to simulate crying.
That was so
I thought that
fucking
was
cool.
nice.
They
I
could've
thought that
used
was
Mew.
nice.
They could have used Mew. If they used the same Mew from the first movie who already experienced dealing with Mewtwo, then it would have been not iconic, but it would have been Mewtwo trying to explain the same story back to him. And
I guess it would have been they just used Mew for the car. Well, just for the car, yeah.
Yeah.
But,
I think Mew would have also been a good Pokemon to replace Mewtwo with, and then you could have had the same outcome. Not the
I
Mega
think
Part,
it's
but-
tough either way you look at it to be like anything besides Mewtwo, unless it was original Mewtwo, makes this not great.
Now, if this was original Mewtwo and he would have gotten clapped one time by Genesect, do you understand the rage that people would have if one Genesect, if 5 of them jump in, I'm like, okay, bug types, okay.
It's
If
super
one Genesect claps our original Mewtwo, there would have been a war. Like, I learned that nobody loves and hates Mewtwo more than the fans, because like we love him, but we hate seeing him in everything.
But yeah, so basically as they start, Genesects are trying to find the home, and they end up deciding like, hey, there's this nice foresty area in the middle of a big fucking city.
Central Park.
Exactly. If we build a nest there, like we have a new home. And everybody else is in our way of doing that. But because the only one who can speak is the sociopathic leader that's like, destroy them all, there's that like barrier of dialogue of like, I can be like, hey guys, we need a home.
Destroy them.
Mind if, and we just, what we could have easily asked ends up happening in the end anyway. We just live here in Pokemon Hills, except we have a big open crater-sized nest that hangs off the side of a cliff. I was really confused once they did that, because like once they showed like, now where the Genesect go? I knew they were gonna like find wherever the flowers were.
Right.
That picture in the Pokemon Center that Eric took. Eric also irrelevant. Barely has a purpose.
Correct.
But once they're like, yeah, we'll go there. I'm like, all right, cool. Where was that picture taken again? Oh, it's in the hills.
Yeah.
So we just fought at home
Yep.
for an hour.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So-
yeah, I don't know.
This movie's almost a Deus Ex Machina. Almost. The aspect of they're fighting is because they don't know where to go, right? Bro, just fucking go over there. Go find. There's a whole world, right? They're not that ignorant. There's a whole world. They could have just yeeted themselves into a different city, a forest, a clearing, a prairie. There's so much they could have done. When I was watching this, I remember sitting there like, why are you attached to this one? It's
Right.
Even the idea of let's destroy everything, we're gonna live in ruins. It's not the same forest. It's not the same land. There's buildings and shit, right? So like by that theory, like for me, it was like. Clearly, you guys fly. Like you defy the laws of physics by flying, right? You guys break the speed of sound, right? Leave. Go somewhere else. There's no way. They're so ignorant. They don't know that there's a whole world out there.
I don't think it so much came to we could go anywhere else as much as we have a destined place to live.
But you're
Right,
not
like-
there anymore. And it's,
Sure, it's not, but it's the world in which it existed is not there anymore. But
Yeah.
it's still that. If I go outside and piss on a rock, 20 years from now, and that rock's still sitting there, that's the same rock I pissed on. Maybe somebody wrote on like X, a couple crush initials and stuff, and it's got moss on the side. It's the same fucking rock. So they're like, hey, it's not the same, but it is. Like this is our home. This is where we were. Eons of rock piss.
Because like it's like the shock, they're brought to an age that's entirely different from the one they remember, and they're living with the shock of it, and that's more or less what Mewtwo is trying to fucking tell the Red Leader.
But
She's
they
like,
don't listen.
hey, listen, you're not supposed to be here, and I get that because
Destroy!
destroy them.
also,
Like,
the whole
that's
"I'm
the
not
point.
supposed to be here either" makes no sense.
Yeah, like I'm like, why are you squaring up with them like every chance? Like I get like the red one is the one that talk to him. Because like
The thing is, I think Mewtwo tried multiple
He did.
times. Now,
Mewtwo did try.
Mewtwo
Mewtwo
did
did
had a
try,
weird, like,
because like at the end where like Mewtwo's like, there's only one way I'm fucking doing this, and then that's when it brings
Half
it
the
to
seismic
space.
toss.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's every Dragon Ball Z fight.
So the thing is, I feel like it wasn't intended to be a seismic toss. I got the impression, like I thought at this moment before we do the same oath, same air, it was like, all right, Red Genesect will not listen. We got the other 4 to listen. I gotta stop this.
Go look at the sun.
I
Go look at
thought Mewtwo was gonna be like, all right, we're done, and just throw Genesect.
That's
into
what I
space.
thought. That's
and
what
be
I
like, see ya, and go back down. I'm like, that's gonna be kind of morbid.
I don't think we've seen any other Pokemon apart from Charizard and Hawlucha that do seismic toss, right?
Not in the way that anime
With the
depicts it.
moon, because both of them do the.
Yeah. But yeah, I think, I don't know. I don't know how they could have, without the logic of let's get rid of the Mewtwo that we got, I don't know what else they could do.
Because like I think the concept with Mewtwo, it works. It's just without the original, it kind of falls short.
It's still equivalent of like, imagine switching out Ash for a new character, but you still keep Silent and
Iris, yeah.
I think the idea of dragging Genesect off-world to be like, look at all the bonds people have.
Look
And
how
then
big it is.
Genesect's like, oh my god,
So-
bonds in space.
So that could have worked with the original Mewtwo because there's that anime scene where he's like sitting on a flagpole and he's looking over the city.
Darkrai, I think. At the end
Yeah.
of Darkrai.
And he could have literally grabbed them, all of them with their psychic powers, and showed them and traveled to like different parts of the world. And
I'll tell you what makes the chase scene absolutely perfect.
what?
Is that while they're flying through the Times Square of the city,
Yeah.
on one of those 3 of those screens, they're playing Pokemon Bacher.
Yeah, Bacher.
I wrote it down.
yeah.
It's the Metagross versus the
It's the same
Electivire
teams, yeah.
families. Yeah.
So, you mentioned earlier that Ash played a bigger role in this than Keldeo, and maybe I missed what Ash actually did, or any of them. What did they do?
So I think Ash's team played more actual guidance of like, hey, this. It sounds weird because it's gonna be like over the phone being like, it's the same movie. But I think Keldeo's showing up to the group to take him home felt a lot more hollow than Ash being like, hey, you're in this area. I don't know what you are. Hey gang, meet this. And then Ash was the tie that kept baby Genesect from turning full evil every time Red Genesect said, hey, turn around and kill everything.
So Ash
Like I said, it wasn't by a far margin.
Ash
but-
was support in this movie. While in the other movie, he just existed so that Keldeo can save him. It's that weird.
Yeah, I feel like if you took these movies as they are,
I
and
see
just
what you're saying.
Deleted Ash and the team from Keldeo, I feel like you wouldn't miss anything. if you deleted Ash from Genesect, you'd be like, something's wrong. Something doesn't feel right. I feel like something should have occurred there that led this Genesect to do the thing it did.
Also, Ash was needed so that they can see the bond.
Well,
Yeah.
they didn't see any bonds with Ash though, because all they did anytime Ash was on screen was they like destroy them, and then the one went, wait, I can't kill that one, and the guy went, don't you fucking disobey me, until Mewtwo flew him up into space and went, look at the sun. So like,
Pokemon's getting wild with their script.
in my mind,
Such 3D headphones.
in my mind, a
Sorry,
Pokemon
Dante.
could have like walked up and been like Barry, and the other Genesect could have been like, oh. I'm not from here, like, you know, I'm not using actual words, but it could have been like shy, and it could have been like, no, eat it, and it could have been like,
Put in your
and
fucking
then-
mouth,
They
robot.
could've-
Then
they
that
could've- They
Pokemon-
could just be like, Martha. They're like,
yeah, then that Pokemon could have just been in every other scene and be like, no, that one helped me out, it wanted me here, like, it could have just been easily replaced.
We can't downplay Ash when one of the biggest things he did was mansplain missing home.
He did do that.
to
He did do that.
Genesect.
It's like, mommy.
I don't know if I'd say that's mansplaining.
Ash
but-
explaining.
Yeah. But like, to me, all I saw in this movie was Ash showed up, was like, what's this bug thing? I'm gonna stand on it. And then Genesect was like, home, go home. And he's like, homesick? And then other Genesect shows up and he's like, murder that fucking thing. It's in the spot we want to live. And then Mewtwo takes them underground from the explosion.
Yeah.
And he's just like, I need to go stop the Genesect. And Ash is like, wait, you're I'm Mewtwo. Yep, that's what I was gonna say. And then
Which you brought up a point I completely forgot to bring up. Again, just put this another one on the chalkboard of Pikachu sees something that somehow like no one else sees. Like I don't know like how like Ash and Pikachu are here. There's a giant purple bug with a cannon off to the right. And Ash is on this side and he's like this, like completely missing the point.
So Ash came from the direction where he would have been staring straight at the Genesect. And he goes, oh, a pier! And like, you don't see the Genesect, and then Pikachu goes, huh? And it's just full ass Genesect, just like, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute. How do you not see that?
It makes sense because rats have good hearing, I guess.
They were
if they want to do,
literally
if they
like
want
2
to do,
feet.
I'm
No,
just
I
saying.
agree. I took note of that. I'm like,
I'm just trying to add
Ash
logic.
has blinders on. He totally missed the big
Yeah.
purple fucking bug.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I
Can you
get
imagine
it.
like Ash in a horror movie and like the thing just jumps out? He's like,
He'd have a
"Where's
knife
all
in
the
his chest. He'd
guys?"
be like, why are you guys screaming?
Yeah.
What? Oh. And he'd just fall over.
But sticking with the Ash having a bigger role for this, I feel like, so the separation that occurs between the Genesect attack and then Sableye, our new friend, being like, Ash, gang, like, some shit's going down. I need you to come back and, like, initiate the solution, I guess, felt more relevant than him holding Keldeo's hand to get back home. Even though, again, at the end, his sole purpose in Keldeo was Keldeo chose to protect them from Kyurem. Therefore, you're a good guy. Good job.
Something he meant like 20 minutes ago. But.
Yes. But Ash felt, to me, more significant as the connection to humanity that Genesect was supposed to feel, that baby Genesect picked up significantly sooner than the other 4. And I still, at this point, I don't know. I guess technically, once they're living in the hills and feeling like safe and sound and whatever, they pick up that connection to everybody else being like, I guess we all can be friends, huh? Same way, same man, whatever. But yeah, I got that a lot more with Ash's gang in this. Now, there was no prophecy where Ash was destined to save the world or anything.
From the Genesect and their disgusting web that turns into fucking stump.
I
That
hated it. I
disgusted
hated
me.
that shit.
Oh,
I was
you know
like,
what the
beetles
fifth
don't
right-
make web. Beetles don't make web. But yeah, I
not
don't
here.
disagree that he did more in this movie than Keldeo. I do think that it could have easily been replaced by anything else.
Sure, okay,
and
yeah.
I think Fraligator literally got more screen time. than
100%.
Ash.
I
Yeah.
think that
And I'm
Alligator
okay with it.
is
I'm
the
okay
main
with
character.
Yeah.
I think that for the Gen 5 movies, not counting Black and White, I do think that Ash is.
I just don't think he's necessary.
Yeah,
anymore.
I think that we're getting in the realm now where back in the day when we had Pokemon, they didn't have the lore that Pokemon like Zapdos at the time was just a fucking Thunderbird, right?
Yeah.
As the gens go by, they keep giving us more lore for some of the older Pokemon. I think Mewtwo had the most lore in Gen 1. There's not that many Pokemon that have deep lore. We got more as Gen 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 came out, but the movies had to rely on human interaction.
Yeah.
Now, I think Gen 4 shows this. The Pokemon have so much lore now that you no longer need a human other
carry
than
that forward.
Yeah, to carry forward. I think the humans need to be used as support, and the Pokemon need to
Especially
be the
the human who
foreground.
doesn't fucking know anything about them.
I think that the last two
Homesick.
movies, if you remove the human aspect from them, the movies could have still worked very easily. And I think that they should probably, and I know they don't because I've seen the rest of the movies. So, but I think that there's times where humans should be involved, and there's times where they shouldn't. Mewtwo had to have Ash do his sacrifice, like the first movie.
Yeah.
Because it's because of that sacrifice that Mewtwo was able to see his wrong ways.
He got really close to recreating the first movie.
Yeah.
Twice.
Yep.
When
Just
they're
right
like
in the middle.
charging lasers, and he's like, "Stop!" And they're like, "Fucking shoot his ass."
So I imagine they
Fucking
couldn't do
end
it
him.
because they didn't want to get
Destroyed
sued.
He didn't learn his lesson. Yeah, I think this movie was supposed to be a recreation for the newer ages because this movie came out probably what, like 10, 15 years after the first movie.
No, way longer. Than that. The first one came out in '98, right?
90,
This one came out.
97, 98 for the first movie.
Yeah,
this
also in
this was
Texas.
2013.
Yeah.
I was in Texas when this came out.
So 15
15 years.
15 years, yeah, 10, 15 years.
Oh shit.
So they were retconning.
Yeah,
Because that
late
was
90s
that was
until
like my biggest takeaway was they were just retconning.
That's all it seemed like. Is it just like, hey, here's Mewtwo's interaction for a younger audience, and it was just Mewtwo being like, hey, I understand your plight, but like we can't take this from them because then we're kicking them out of their homes.
I can also see this movie being an homage, and they went and did the movie before they asked permission to the estate, and then they were declined, and they had to reduce all the scenes.
Yeah,
Because
but
the scene with the lasers, 100%, that was.
yeah, there's just a lot of stuff they did that didn't have nearly as much of an impact with almost the same exact message, and there are so many scenes that could have been made better just by either a little, like Caldiel, just a little bit more explanation,
Yeah.
or a little bit more Pokemon on Pokemon interaction versus human.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing that I'm seeing a lot, and I think I won't spoil the plot, but I think Magierna, or whatever,
Magierna.
that needed humans for that movie to work, and
I don't think Magierna talks, right? I think it's just a
Good.
It's like Wally.
Good.
So yeah, like you need a human there, which I guess here, they all six.
like the
talking
premise
of
for
them.
Lucario and Sark movie, you need a human. You needed the human drove the film because the Pokemon were unable to do the goal by themselves, so you needed that human. Like Ash had to pull the staff, and so that Lucario can come
I'm just
out
starting
by
to think that legendaries get the pressure bullshit in the games, and then in shows they just get telepathy as their ability.
Yeah.
That's their hidden ability for the shows and movies.
I actually hate that ability so much.
Pressure? It's so
just-
bad.
Pressure's only good when your opponent uses Fire Blast.
Yeah,
like
something
those
with a
moves,
5 PP.
But realistically, everybody uses Flamethrower.
Yeah,
And
something better that has a higher PP count.
I figured I'd take this time to read Dante's opinion on the movie.
Thoughts with Dante.
I love it. It's amazing.
Dante, Genesect
My
and
name
Legend
is
Awakened.
Fernandi.
Admittedly, there are a few things I like in this movie. I dig the light speed battles, and that Mewtwo just said "fuck it" to space. Does that mean it's a good movie? Inserts the Wheeze meme here. Genesect learns its lesson, carries the same energy as the infamous. He said Maria, I think he meant Martha. Line in Batman vs Superman. I find it kind of silly that saying "we're all friends" just stops the conflict, but it really just seems like the writers were creating conflict for no reason at times. We saw some things about how Mewtwo was created and mistreated, so its attitude towards humanity makes sense, even though this one seems a bit kinder than the past Mewtwo. Thinks it's safe to say they're different Mewtwo's. But to my recollection, we got no flashbacks like that for the Genesect. I think we did, but they were very like
We get one.
subtle
Very
implications.
subtle.
We get one when Mewtwo reads its mind to figure out what it is. We see the fossils get digitized, and then it forms a Genesect, and then we see a tube open, humans let it out, beams hit, and then that's it.
Yeah, so we don't get like a moment.
We-
like an
we
actual
don't-
we get like still frames
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
memories.
We don't get the who am I?
Yeah,
we don't get
We
that.
anything cool like that, but implication and whatever. Mewtwo just tells us what's up with them, and I don't think they really work for me when it comes to their characters. Mewtwo has had a journey already, it seems, and learned essentially that humans and Pokemon can coexist. What could have been a really cool way of teaching that lesson, fucking Facebook Messenger keeps reloading. Teaching that lesson to the Genesects just kind of falls flat in my opinion. Also, kind of like Keldeo, I think this movie has a problem with how it's set up its stakes. It starts out as a possible threat to New York City, but then it kind of just loses momentum after after that gets averted. Did Mewtwo really need to be in this movie? Is my question. I'm sure the film could have handled both Mewtwo and Genesect, but Mewtwo's inclusion honestly just feels like a way to try to get people to watch this movie.
Out here, Dante's spitting.
It can even just mega for no reason. I agree. Like the Mega Stone was.
Yeah.
I think I meant to say this in Keldeo, and I don't know what the context would have been. I feel like this was like, we're working on the anime right now. Get another studio to animate and tell them what has to happen, but no one mentioned Mega Stones. Like, I guess it just changes, so make it look cool and
so whenever it is in space falling, it is the ugliest fucking animation. It does like upside down burst things. I'm like, what the fuck? There's literally a point where it's tilting and falling back down, and it's just like a frame of the burst this way, a frame of the burst this way, and then a frame pointing like almost straight down, and I'm like, that was ugly as fuck. Go ahead, Chris.
Because they like honestly like with the way they handled the transformation, like it didn't like power scaling. It didn't even feel like it was any stronger.
Sure. Yeah.
Like it's. Like,
I think they did a good job of making this. My Mega is to make me faster, but that's it.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do it. It was just to help bring, but I'm not gonna do it. So like
the Dragon Ball Z route.
it was going to be, but I'll spare you. I'll spare you from that.
Fucking Kakarot went zoom.
Well,
I even said, I was like,
the
wow, that
whole
was a
thing
great
was
Dragon Ball Z fight.
It's Goku.
I mean, the moment
Kakarot's like his slave name.
Whoa.
It is. It's his slave name.
but
Can't say
yeah,
that.
like
They're all slaves to Frieza. It's his slave name.
Actually, no, I guess I have to now. So, like, for like power scaling, like when Goku first went Super Saiyan, if you felt the weight though, because it's like he couldn't fight Frieza, but then he transforms, and then you felt the weight of that. You felt nothing when like Mewtwo just super slow motion steps in front, destroys the blast, and then reforms. It's just like, don't do it.
Yeah.
So
like,
to add to your point, and I know you're trying to finish on to that, I just want to add to this real quick. If the movie didn't market the Mega Evolution and you saw it for the first time in the film, if the box art didn't have the Mega Evolution in it, and you didn't see it in the trailer, when you would have seen it, you would have lost your mind, even if it was Mewtwo. Why, right? It's because the marketing showed us the big plot point. So with Dragon Ball Z, for example, if you knew Goku was turning Super Saiyan, you would have been, oh, okay. But the first time I watched it, I was in my underwear and I was running around the house, getting everybody in my house who speaks Spanish, don't know fucking Japanese, that Goku turns Super Saiyan, because that's how hype I was. I didn't see it coming. Even though Dragon Ball Z's been out for years, I didn't see it coming. I didn't know about it. It's the same thing here, because we knew about it. They marketed the fuck out of that thing. The thing was fucking ugly. Right? Can we agree that Mewtwo, why it's ugly?
Yeah.
You guys like
I've thought that
it's
since I
fucking
saw it.
ugly. You're marketing the ugliest fucking Pokemon that you have at the time. To me, who like, I love the original Mewtwo so much. And I think that was the problem, because you saw it coming. It's just that factor. If it never happened and you're like, oh no, he's gonna get defeated, he's gonna die, and then he gets up and flies away and comes back down, I would have been like, holy shit. Because every transformation anime does this, where like, you don't know it's gonna happen, and then transformation happens, and you're like, oh, shit.
Where I did just shit on its transformation frames when it's out of combat, when it does the sudden battle entrance transformations where time slows down and like everything's kind of 3D, and everything, it looks cool.
That's why I was
as
saying
fuck.
earlier, that the way they used the CGI in this movie.
Like when Red Genesect gets bodied by that avalanche, and he's like, I can't save that one, and he grabs the other four. I was like, that's a cool ass scene.
Yeah.
And then the only other scene like that is when they're all in that little like ending area, and he goes to save Ash, and he's just like, dim, dim. Like not quite, but almost Ultra Instinct sound, fucking.
Yes, let's see. Dante, Genesect Mewtwo's inclusion honestly felt like it was a way to try to get people to watch this movie. It can even just mega for no reason other than the rule of cool. In conclusion, it's not the worst thing we watched, but it's not much better. And then it gives me his placement of where he believes it goes.
You know what?
List.
Yeah, that was
We
actually.
may not agree about the third
That was a
movie, but I can
pretty
agree with
good
that.
assessment.
Well, you know
I gotta
what?
say.
For once, all four of us have ascended and became one.
Danny turned into Dante.
Listen. I am not
Did we
saying...
disagree on black and white? Did anybody disagree on those movies?
I liked them.
You liked them.
But I don't think I liked them much more than
No,
you guys
I was
did.
just asking, has there ever been a movie where we all agree? Other than Mewtwo?
Probably the first movie for the longest time, man.
No, where everybody said it was bad.
Oh, said it was bad?
Yeah, is there any movie other
I
than
don't
Mewtwo
think so.
that's a special?
Probably not.
Okay, that's all I was wondering.
As I look at it,
Forever. I think we were all pretty unanimous that it wasn't great. I don't think any of us were like, it deserves to be at the... I think
Yeah.
we all dropped our hands around the same time.
I think we all said it was the lowest at the time.
Yeah.
Comparatively than saying, like, I don't think anyone said this movie's shit like we did
Yeah.
Black and White.
Because my argument was that there's a second movie that was attached.
Mewtwo Returns make a bet, yeah.
Yeah, because that was my argument. I was like,
Probably
I don't
Mewtwo
know.
Returns would be the... Oh, for bad, yeah.
Yeah,
so you
that
said
one we all did.
yeah. Probably closest would be Ranger because you all didn't like that one very much, but
You did.
I liked Ranger because water Pokemon. So yeah, I guess this means it's time to rank it, but before we put our hands up, I have to read the list. Starting from the bottom at number 16 is Pokemon Black and White. Number 15, Mewtwo Returns. Number 14, Pokemon Ranger Temple of the Sea. Number 13, Pokemon 2000. Number 12, Pokemon Forever. Number 11, Jirachi Bitchmaker. Number 10, Hiram and the Sword of versus the Sword of Justice. My apologies. Number 9, Pokemon Lucario and the Mystery of Mew. Number 8, Pokemon 3, Spell the Unknown. Number 7, Pokemon Heroes. Number 6, Zoroark, Master of Illusions. Number 5, Arceus Jewel of Life. Number 4, Pokemon the First Movie. Number 3, Giratina and the Sky Warrior. Number 2, Destiny Deoxys. And number 1, Pokemon Rise of Darkrai. Darkrai.
Wise of Darkrai.
Does anyone have a solid feeling of where they think this movie belongs?
I personally think between
I think-
Forever and Wishmaker.
Okay.
I am fine if it goes a little bit higher than that, but not much.
I'm gonna get a little controversial. I think it should be like the new 14.
Ooh.
Because like in the content, like there's like all the movies that are above that. I would prefer to watch over this one.
So
Again,
that,
like, this
that
one-
is controversial in an aspect of I hated Ranger with a passion, and I want to put this higher. Than
Well,
Ranger.
this would be. He's saying it should move Ranger down.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
agreeing. I hated Ranger, and I don't like 2000 or Forever, so I want to put it between Jirachi and Forever. So I'll agree with you. Can I?
Yeah.
Part of me wants to put it a little bit higher.
Danny's like, I want it as number 4, guys.
I personally put it right above Kiro. I think it's better than Kiro.
I don't even think that's a bad place, really, but I
want to put it below Lucario as well.
would
think
rather
it's-
go back and watch Jirachi for things I missed than this.
Sure. It's tough now to be like, I'd rather go back, because when it's 26 movies, I'm like,
Right.
maybe I'm in the mood
So-
to watch Jirachi over this, but like at the
So
same
here
time,
is
yeah.
here is mine where I think that this movie is better written than Black and White all the way through Forever.
Okay.
I think it is better laid out and written than most of those movies.
Fair.
I would personally enjoy watching Jirachi more because I think that for the most part it's not a bad story. I just think it's laid out poorly.
Okay.
See,
Bus trip.
Part of-
Genesect doesn't have a bus trip.
It does not.
part of me wants
Jirachi.
to knock down
I bitched
Spellbound.
about that. I bitched about that bus trip. I hated that shit.
Part of me, because I like this more than I like Spelled Unknown. But by me saying that, I'm saying that this movie belongs in the 8th spot, which is fucking insane.
Yeah.
But I do, if I had to look at it and place it and go like, oh, Black and White, Mewtwo Returns, and all of them, I will stop at Spelled Unknown. So that's like, that, and it's weird because I would like to stop at Jirachi. But when I look at the next 3 movies, I'm like, you know what I mean?
It's tough. It is.
If for my vote, I'll stop between Jirachi and Forever. But in reality, I want to stop at Spelled Unknown.
Okay.
But then I'll be putting this
Just
movie.
keep that in mind for your personal list.
I already have it written down. From
Okay.
the ones, I'm only writing down as I'm watching them, though. I'm not writing anything that we haven't reviewed yet.
Yeah. Let's hands up, everybody. I'm gonna try and like pay attention to numbers as I read and control 2 hands. So I got myself and Dante. So we'll start with Mewtwo. So does it go above Mewtwo Returns? So right between Ranger and Mewtwo. Does it go above Ranger? I'm sorry, I fucked up. It goes just above Mewtwo for Dante.
God damn.
Dante put it right beneath Ranger.
That's right around where Chris said.
But it's probably because he's thinking the same way that we are, where like when you look at the next movies, it's like, do I want to, I don't like this movie, but is it worse than this
I
movie?
really don't like Ranger.
Yeah, it's in here.
Kyogre.
Danny's like, fuck me, right?
So above 2000. Okay. Above Forever.
Yes.
Above Jirachi. Okay.
Well,
So
I guess realistically, we would have stopped when Chris dropped his hand because it would have just been the two of us.
It would have been 3 to 5.
It would have been 3.
It was the two of you and me.
Right, but when did Chris drop his hand?
He dropped it before Forever.
When you
2000.
said does it go above Pokemon 2000, I said no.
Right, so it
It would have been 3
stop
out of
there.
5. You still would have been 3 hands up out of 5.
It was me, you, and then.
Oh, gotcha.
And then you guys just dropped. I put it above Kira.
Okay.
So you guys end it above.
It is the new
Jirachi,
12.
Or below Jirachi.
It is the new
Yes.
12, yeah.
So we go right here.
Oh, that's a good way of doing the voting, Danny.
What's that?
Just letting us pick each where we think it belongs based on the number.
Yeah.
I think that might be, because if two numbers match, or the closer they are. It's weird because
And Legend Awakened.
when I look at this
And
list,
The Legend Awakened is what it says in the...
Okay.
is there a movie that's unnecessarily high for you guys that every time you look at it, you're like, how the fuck is this movie? And then when you
Sword
vote, Sword,
Yep.
Yeah, I think it belongs
100%.
I also
I'm still
agree with that.
confused,
Yeah.
and it kind of like looking at the list. It kind of irks me that it's higher.
do you prefer Lucario or Sword?
They're the same to me.
Well, yeah, I know. But
Yeah, like Lucario didn't do it for me, and Zoroark, like my main problem with that is just the bad guy, like the villain. I'm still trying to figure out his motive.
For me, it's Destiny Deoxys. It's good, but I don't know if it's number 2.
You're crazy.
I
Could you
pref-
fight?
I prefer 3 in Heroes
I-
over Zoroark.
I would drop Destiny Deoxys 2 spaces, which
I-
will still be in
I-
the top 5.
So
and
I
then
like-
on my list, it's in the top 5.
I like Zoroark where it's at. I like it more than Lucario because I think it handles the legendary trio that it adds significantly better than Lucario does. You're getting into a whole different cup of worms when you're referring to heroes, everything else that doesn't have the same steps and mechanics to it. But I like our top 5. I would.
I agree
change-
with the top
I
5.
agree
Where
with
we're
that.
at right now, I
The,
would
the,
change
the
it.
top 5 is solid. because
John's just saying he would move
I
Destiny
feel-
Deoxys down.
It'd be top 5, but it would be number 4.
Yeah.
Because I personally feel like the only time there's gonna be like a round table discussion where like everybody has to be like strongly in their places if something is about to break top 5.
Yeah.
Like if something's in that's pretty bold.
So my top 5 is very similar, but it has Arceus, or not Arceus, it has the placement of Destiny. It's swapped. Destiny's still my top 5. So my top 5 matches what we have here. It's just the orders.
Yeah.
Pokemon,
As I look forward, I see in my head 3 movies that might jump in that top 5.
My biggest fear is that we've been hyping up Hoopa since like the beginning.
I've been there. I did that with the trilogy, and I told Danny every shoot as we got closer. I'm like, what if Darkright's not as good as I remember? Because I remember that movie in God fucking tier.
So I remember being excited. Like I remember being almost an adult, like fucking like teenager. If not, no, I guess if this came out in 2013, we would have been in college.
Just starting.
Wait, which
Yeah.
movie?
So
Genesect.
yeah, Genesect.
Yeah.
It
So
would've been the year I graduated.
like middle of college, I remember Hoopa being on like Cartoon Network, and I was like babysitting my cousin, and I was just like sitting there like eating a snack, and I was like, I haven't watched a Pokemon movie in a while. And then like 2 legendaries are there, and I just see like this fucking like Hoopa, and it like gets yanked, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? And then I see it just like boom in the ocean, second boom in the ocean, and then just fucking like scream, and I'm like, yo!
The
I just got
feeling
so
of
hyped.
me overhyping the trilogy, and then as we got closer, the anxiety I got, like after seeing how bad,
They're
not
gonna think
bad,
I'm
but
dumb.
seeing how you guys are cutting things down, like
Yeah.
there's some movies.
dealing with us making fun of him for
YouTube.
Yeah, like
he's like, I can't do it again.
So my biggest fear was literally, we're getting to Gen 4. It's what if I overhype Gen 4 movies, right?
No, they're
and then
really
I didn't
good.
want to watch them before this,
Yeah.
because I wanted to like prepare myself for this, right? So the whole time, like, I overhyped this. I've like every week I come here and talk about, can't wait till we get a Darkrai. Arceus is just as good, and Giratina is just as good. And then I'm thinking to myself, like, is it that good though? And then I'm thinking, like, yeah, if it's another Mewtwo, I'll probably just drop out. Like I can't, they're not gonna let it down. And then watching it and me thinking it was good, and then coming here and you guys didn't say shit in the group chat at all, and I was like, they're in a group chat separately. Yeah, and like you guys get here and I hear anything negative except Dante, and I was like, oh wow, this is fucking nice. Like it is, you know, and it feels right. So that I went through the
Yeah.
same thing with what you're going with Hoopa. Literally biting my nails, like, what do you guys think? So, and I will ask you guys before the shoot, like, oh, what do you guys think about Darkrai? Like, just start the conversation, and just like, okay.
Now we'll talk about it on the podcast. Sorry about that.
Yeah, see, that's literally what Danny did to me the whole time, and I'm like, I need some context clue.
No, like as soon as we talked about Darkrai, I was like, it's gonna be number one. At one
I
point,
knew-
if not staying there permanently, like there was no doubt in my mind it was going there.
Watching it, I was like, there's no way that this is not number one. And I remember watching it, and I was watching with two people, and both of them were like, Pokemon first movie's way better. I'm like, well, when's the last time you watched that movie, though? Because I watched it recently.
Yeah.
Oh, it's years ago, but it's just better. I'm like,
You see Dialga take a chunk out of Palkia's neck in the first movie? I didn't think so.
Yeah.
but for me, by the time we're done, I would like the first movie to drop down. Not because it's bad, but because I do think there is a
Better
movie.
movies.
There's two movies that are.
Evolved, the remake.
I'm interested to see where that lands.
I am too as well. Yeah.
Because the animation on it, it's not my favorite, but I'm willing to, you know, I haven't watched it.
Has everybody
Okay.
else here seen Detective Pikachu?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I've never seen it.
Oh, okay.
I know very little about it, other than some of the Pokemon that are in it. And I, just based off things I've heard about it, think that that's going to be in the top 5.
Okay, I agree.
It is one. It's one of the
It
ones I
could
think
be.
could
yeah.
It's a very strong contender.
Yeah.
And
And I already know
I
Danny's
think
pick for that movie.
I don't know if that's going to make me put on like my
You're
big
not
boy
going-
critique glasses and be like, all right, where's the pride? I went like Gilbert Godfrey there for a second.
So I did that with the Darkrai movie. I watched that movie 3 times. And the third time, like, I'm going to break this movie down as if it wasn't my favorite.
Yeah.
And I did that, and I found things like here and there, but not enough for me to go like, oh, this one fucking sucks.
But I think that I am the most excited for Hoopa,
We know, you
Detective.
bring it up, you
I
bring it
know,
up.
dude. I know.
Hoopa.
Detective
Hoopa.
Pikachu, Hoopa, and I'm really excited for Zeraora and Secret of the Jungle because and I know this is probably gonna let me down immediately. I'm really hoping they're not Ash movies, but I know they probably are.
To confirm, were you saying 2 different movies, or were you?
Zeraora and the other movie,
Okay.
Secret of the Jungle.
I want to make sure you're like.
They're not
Did
the
he
same
mean
movie.
Zarude?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Do you want
meant
me
the
to- do you want me to let
Zeraora
you
movie
down on
and
one
the
of them?
Secret of the Jungle.
Do you want me to let you down right now on one of them?
Zeraora is an Ash movie.
Sarah's not a good movie.
Is it not? Oh
No,
no.
it's not a good movie. It's alright. It's not going to be in our bottom 5.
Okay. I am excited to see those movies because I'm excited to see new gen with like how they animate the battles and a movie budget with the way they animate battles.
But Gen 7 didn't have any movies.
Is there
Sarah's not a
Zeraora?
Gen
Oh.
7. It came out during the transition.
Yeah, that's
My
when they started doing like
boy
the reboot stuff.
Incineroar.
Yeah, they did the reboot.
He's in a movie.
They did the reboot.
Is he?
Man, no.
They did the reboot, and then they did Zeraora. So like, there's no Gen 7 movie, which is
Regardless.
weird because Gen 7 has some of the craziest fucking lore.
Yeah.
Some of the craziest. A Tapu movie
Yeah.
would have been fucking peak.
Regardless, I'm excited for those 4 movies. Those are the ones that I think, in my mind, if they are done right, will be in contention for a spot on the top 5. I just don't know where because I have never seen any of them.
Speaking of the top 5, I should probably list these one last time.
Sorry.
Starting at the bottom of the list, number 17, Black and White. Number 16, Mewtwo Returns. Number 15, Ranger and the Temple of the Seed. Number 14, 2000. Number 13, Forever. Number 12, Genesect and the Legend Awakened. 11, Jirachi Wishmaker. 10, Kirim versus the Sword of Justice. 9, Lucario and the Mystery of Mew. 3, Pokemon 3 Spell the Unknown. 7, Heroes. 6, Zoroark, Master of Illusion. 5, Arceus and the Jewel Alive. 4, the first movie. 3, Giratina and the Sky Warrior. 2, Destiny Deoxys. And number 1, Rise of Darkrai.
If I correct something you said, are you going to redo the whole list? Because I don't want to make you do that.
What did I mess up?
You said 3 Pokemon 3 Spell of the
Oops.
Unknown. And I was like, no, don't redo it.
17, Black and Perfect.
It's fine.
Yeah, no. All right, and then Connor's not here, so,
So
delete.
what? 9 more movies?
I think there are 26.
There's 26.
I believe there's 26.
Becca this morning, she's like, well, these are like the last movies, right? And I was like, no. And she was like, how many fucking Pokemon movies are there? I was
So
like,
that's correct, 'cause
26.
she has to drop me off, and like, so she plans her Saturdays. So like, I'm doing this for 2 hours, I'm doing this for 15, I'm doing this for 10, right? Today she had plans, and I was like, hey, don't forget, you have to take time. I know. I was like, Jesus Christ, okay. So she's like, where are you at now? I was like, we're at like 14, 15, like this lifetime. She said, what? How many? I was like, 26.
Listen, Listen, if the church didn't be like, it's summertime, we gotta use
almost
the church.
be done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I blame Jesus for this.
Oh!
I'm kidding, Lord and Savior, I love you.
Arceus is so mad right now.
Where's Danny? Where's Danny?
I had to describe part of the plot of one of the fucking God of War movies the other day, and I was like, yeah, and then you fight your mom, kill your mom, then you go and get Deimos, and Chris, like, did not care about he just goes, where's Deimos? And I was like, that's the name of his fucking brother, Chris, come on.
Games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You said movies. I was like, did I miss the movies?
If I correct you, will you start the whole explanation over again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, like, all I did was just hear Deimos, and that's just like my immediate
trigger.
reaction. One of my favorite Soul Link memories of just getting a plate. Where's Deimos? Arceus.
Getting
Well,
a plate?
shit.
Getting a plate? Bitch, you got the whole fucking collection. Shut the fuck up.
I was missing like 2 types.
I got like 2 plates, and they're all on the same fucking list. Anyway, Pokemon Poll Challenge. That's right. Every week we pick Pokemon that appeared in this movie, and we put them into a poll against each other. You guys vote on the CGDannyB Discord. There's a whole channel for it. You will pick the reaction that goes along with the Pokemon. One Pokemon Poyo, one Pokemon. You don't pick them all, okay? But then we
Dante picks random Eevee.
at the end, we tally them up, and whoever has the most points win. I don't have last week's results because we're filming these all together. But this week, Dante gets to pick first. Anybody want to take a shot at what Dante picked?
It's gonna be something super fucking random. I can feel it in my bones.
Okay.
I got nothing for you.
Yeah.
Basculin.
There's no Magikarp, right?
I don't
No,
think so.
there's a Basculin, that's why I said it.
The only other thing is Houndoom.
Yeah, he snagged for alligator.
Oh, I should have said that. I was like, for alligator.
He messed me. He's like, I picked first, right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, for alligator.
You actual motherfucker.
I'm gonna pick the random troll picks.
He's like, time to turn it around. Time to win every single week.
He's watching this right now in the future with wine. Can I just have that meltdown? Like,
Got him.
You thought you agreed with me. You agreed a little too well. Lucario,
I thought I was gonna pick Basculin, but it was me.
That means can
For
I
alligator.
pick the thing I'm thinking?
Okay. So can
I'm
I?
starting to panic over like my pick now.
I'm hoping none of you take mine. I think that's obscure enough.
You shouldn't have
Bold.
said that.
Boulder. That was this movie, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
Can I? Like, were you gonna pick for alligator?
That was my choice,
That was
yes.
my choice as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't focus on it. Like once I'm like, I picked first for Keldeo.
That's what I figured. I was gonna pick it. I was like, I think my pick is safe. Now I think it's not.
Just throw for alligator out the window. I can't have it.
Because I have a feeling Chris is feeling Houndoom.
Everybody's gonna hate my choice.
Maybe as long as it's not mine. I don't care what you pick.
I don't think it's.
I'm gonna say Sableye.
You mother.
I thought you were picking
Oh,
Houndoom,
that
I'm
was
sorry.
I was gonna pick Sableye. I
Thought you were
love
picking-
that little guy.
Sableye 3 E's. Sabeley.
Now I'm panicking even more.
Because just spell out Sable and then just add a YE at the end.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
That means I gotta go with my number 2.
Houndoom?
For it.
No, not Houndoom.
Roserade.
I love Houndoom, but not a Chansey.
Beautiful.
Psychic.
That was a
Roserade.
bit where there was just. Like,
I fucking love that.
I forgot
That was
to
the
mention
best
that.
comedy bit I've ever had. That I've ever seen in a fucking.
Hold on, let me see.
Love
What
it.
was the? What was it exactly?
It was like
It was Team Rocket
something.
doing a bit.
Well, it was with Eric first. They said something chance, and it's like, what about a Chansey? And she's like, no, Ash, you're
There's no
stupid.
Chansey.
There's no Chansey. He said chance, and it's like Chansey. And then later on, they're just like, wouldn't stand a chance. Chansey. I love that shit.
Yeah.
It
that was
killed
good.
me.
You know, I think that moves the movie up the list. Honestly.
Yep. No.
Okay.
So, I originally was going to pick Pikachu because I really thought, honest to God, that I knew Dante was going to pick for alligator. I knew to Sableye. I really thought you were going to take Houndoom.
No.
That's my choice right now. Because of you, I was like, oh, he mentioned Houndoom like 3 times. That's his choice.
I was
I'll
gonna
go
do a
with
whole
Pikachu.
bit where I was gonna like stare at the Pikachu, and then I was gonna grab the Mewtwo.
But yeah, I almost picked Pikachu because like there's not many Pokemon I like here, but luckily nobody picked Houndoom, so.
Okay, so you want Houndoom.
Yeah, like I love Houndoom, but like I have like the most like history with like Sableye and Chansey.
Sorry.
Sableye.
I made
Sableye.
so many videos with
Sableye could have been another
He was-
cool Mega. I know he came out in
You're
Oris.
actually that's it. After the whole conversation we had at the beginning, I wasn't even thinking about Mega Sableye. The
Yeah.
fact that Sableye already just had such a crucial role in the movie,
He was hella cute.
Mega Sableye would have just nailed
Yeah.
it.
Dude,
I know
it's
he came out
because he
in
gets
Oris.
the giant gemstone, shoots the Techno
Yeah.
Blast, Mewtwo looks up, it's about to die, and then just stone.
Yeah, that would have been.
That would have been.
But he came out in Oris though. So.
All right, move the movie down the list.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's move it all the way down to the bottom. Let's go.
Then I am gonna grab Staraptor from the beginning.
Oh, fuck, Braviary's in the beginning.
Yep. He sure is.
Can we redo this?
Depends. Who are you gonna pick?
Sableye, that was my number one.
Would you switch to Braviary if you had the chance?
He lost last time. Give me the bird. Just gonna Sableye.
Oh no, the editing. Jesus Christ. Okay, hold on.
My whole bit is sticking with my favorites, so I gotta stick with my favorite
So
bird.
Can I goes from Sableye to Braviary?
None of my fucking favorites.
Chris goes from Chansey to Sableye.
I like Staraptor. Staraptor was my favorite bird till.
Oh,
You
yeah.
want? Do you want Chansey?
No. Staraptor was my favorite bird until we got.
I'll take for alligator.
Dante didn't.
Until we got. He's put out the.
Do you want one of the birds?
He's put out the.
Did you want unpheasant?
So Staraptor was.
Do you want literally the word? How about Swanna? You look like a Swanna guy.
When Staraptor came out, he was my favorite bird and unmatched. I liked him
Yeah.
more than Legendary Trio, right? And then Fletchender came out, and I was like,
Oh, he's so cool.
Yeah.
I fuck with like.
I love Talonflame.
I fuck
Talonflame
with
is-
Talonflame, but I still like Toucanon came out, and I fucking love Toucanon. I know people don't like him.
I love the tilt straight up.
He
It's
looks
fucking-
so pissed all the time. Like, have you guys played Pokemon Snap?
Snap?
Where he's just like, he just looked like an angry old man all the time.
I'm just saying, Toucanon, Mudsdale, that was like a popular
Yeah.
Sun and Moon combo
God.
that just fucking obliterated.
I love
Yeah,
those two
Rock
fucking
Blast,
Pokemon,
yeah.
dude. So the poll challenge for this week consists of Dante with For Alligator, Kanai with Braviary, Chris with Sableye, John with Houndoom, and myself with Staraptor. No
Vote for
Connor.
Sableye, still a vote for me.
Yes, vote for Sableye. Do that. Vote for Sableye.
A vote for Sableye is a win for us both.
We both love him.
Something like that. I don't think that's how points are distributed.
If
Anyway.
you vote for Sableye, they'll remake the movie with Mega Sableye.
I'm so good now, man. Guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of Pokemon Gotta Watch 'Em All. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you're back here next week because we'll be watching Pokemon Diancie and the Cocoon of Destruction.
Which is
Is
one step closer to Hoopa. Let's go.
Ooh, but I have like no recollection of this movie.
Diancie?
Yeah, I remember like, nothing.
I have
you watch
seen
it?
the entire
I
movie
know I've
through,
seen it.
And
know nothing.
I've seen the entire movie the whole way through, and I remember watching the whole thing from beginning to end, like no break in between, and I remember absolutely dog shit about
Yes.
it. I don't remember anything.
I remember one thing. Carbing's Japanese cry is pussy. I swear to God, I'm going to find the clip and send it in the group chat. His cry is pussy. And like I remember watching it go like,
Sir,
what?
the children's show.
Mindful.
If you guys enjoyed the episode, please do me a favor, hit that thumbs up. It helps spread the video so more people get to see it. Be sure to go over to the Discord. The link will be in the description. Vote in the poll challenge. All you have to do is hit the reaction of the one Pokemon that you agree with for this week's poll. The social media post. Once this first episode comes out, I'll start posting on social media again. And
Vote
if
for
it's,
two, I'll remove them both.
if it's your first time checking out the content and you want to stick around and see some more, do yourself a favor, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you get notifications every time a new video comes out. And I'll see you guys next time.